Hello and welcome everyone to the Taurus full moon ceremony, along with this big lunar eclipse. Hi, Sheila. So we're here on November 18th, but it really happens tomorrow on Friday. It's actually in the middle of the night. So if you want to get up and see it, you can, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere and it's not cloudy. But it starts, I believe, around 2-ish Eastern time. So that would be like 1:15 Central time, and so on and so forth. So it's going to last for 3 hours. This is actually the longest one recorded in 580 years, I believe. So it's a big deal, and it's a good deal. It's a blessing. So when it's a lunar eclipse, I like to think of it as the grandmothers hiding their eyes, and we're in charge of setting our intentions and being personally responsible. So that's the way I think of it. Solar eclipse is the grandfathers, so because it's masculine energy. All right, let's get this party started. Let's call in sacred space. So I'm going to stand up. You can if you want, but you don't have to. Actually, I'm going to get this out of my way. All right, let's all take a big deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're dropping our grounding cords down into the earth, sending our roots down into the earth, spreading them out, connecting with that earth energy. And then breathing in, drawing that earth energy up through our body, sending it up and out through the top of the head, connecting with the heart of the great cosmos above us. Inhaling, drawing that cosmic energy in and down through our body, sending it all the way down into the earth, activating that as above, so below flow. And then connecting to that flow, breathing in and breathing out, activate the as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. Moving to the north, we welcome Mother Earth and the ability to stand on our own 2 feet. Moving to the south, we welcome water and clear, clean, current, emotional energy. Moving to the west, we welcome air, mind, focus, clarity. Moving to the east, we welcome fire and passion and movement, divine right action. Moving to the center, we welcome the divine feminine, Mother Isis, Mother Mary Magdalene, Lakshmi, Sophia, Sekhmet, Kuan Yin, White Buffalo Calf Woman, Grandmother Walks Tall Woman. We call all that beautiful feminine energy down. We call up Mama Gaia to pull that energy through us. We welcome our own sweet, extraordinary soul into this circle. We ask that all these energies be with us, pray with us, dance with us today for our mutual benefit. Aho. So we are going to dance. We do this every single time to integrate and activate all those energies we just called in. So let's all get up and move. that should have got your juices flowing, got you ready to receive. So everybody's been all over the map. You can take just a moment and feel into your body if you like, and just see where you are. Just kind of notice what's been shifting and changing, what's coming up. A lot of folks have felt some of the influences we're going to talk about today, and some of them have been really loud. Other people haven't noticed them. So it just depends on who you are and what's really up for you right now. But let's just talk about those a little bit. So Taurus, characteristically, any Taurus full moon is always good for releasing or making adjustments in your resources and your finances and your self-esteem. That's what Taurus is really known for. But what is happening that is new and wonderful this year is that there's a lunar eclipse on 11/19, so tomorrow, but it's really just after midnight tonight. And then there's a solar eclipse on the 4th of December. So that will be at the new moon. And of these two, the lunar eclipse is going to be the most potent, just because of all of the aspects. And there's a tight alignment with the lunar nodes. So that's going to just make things really pop, for want of a better word. And it can pop in a good way, but we're going to talk about both sides of what's going to be happening. So, questions that you want to think about is, would it help you to change how much time you're spending outdoors, enjoying just being in your body? Would it be beneficial for you to increase your income, to do some of those things? And what you want to remember, a lunar eclipse is like a full moon on steroids. The influence of the normal full moon lasts for 2 weeks, but the energy of a lunar eclipse can hang around for 6 months. So when you set your intentions today, you want to be really conscious. Hold on here. Yeah, 10:50. Yeah, you're lucky in Hawaii. You'll actually get to see it. But unless we get up in the middle of the night up here, we won't get to. At any rate, you want to be cautious about what you're intending, because anything not like your intentions will show up to be released. And you want to be forward thinking. You want to be thinking about what you want to create in 2022 and how you can utilize the energies of this lunar eclipse to propagate that. And we had some really interesting cards this time. It's going to be fun to look at those. So there's other things that are happening, and this is what's causing all of the challenging stuff for people. There's 3 overlapping T-squares that involve Saturn and Uranus. And, they started at the beginning of November. And this is probably the most powerful aspect of all of 2021. Even people that don't pay a whole lot of attention have noticed, have said, usually they'll say, Kath, what's going on? Just because there may be a lot of conflict with people that you live with. Let's talk about this. It says all these T-squares are formed by the Sun, Mars, and Mercury as they all 3 pass through Scorpio. A Mars, Saturn, Uranus T-square actually doesn't start today. It starts on 11/3 and it peaks at 11/14 and then it ends on 11/26. So it's the most powerful of all of these that we're moving through, and we'll be through them by the end of November. But until then, here's the challenging aspects: extreme tensions or frustration. And I know all of us have been feeling that. Does it feel like Mercury retrograde out there? If I can get a yes, technological stressors and overloads, your computers may act like they act when Mercury's in retrograde, and it's just because of this configuration. The negative consequences of flying off the handle. So when the tensions are high, people tend to get a little spicy. And if you do fly off the handle, there can be, you may say things you don't intend, do things you don't intend. You may feel like you have choppy or erratic behavior. You can't seem to stay on point, can't seem to get focused. Like I said, this is all moving out at the end of November. But the gifts of this aspect: facing problems and finding solutions. So in the face of all this frustration, you know, it's helping you develop, if you will, your strength of character, strength of will, a capacity to actively hold tension internally until a resolution presents itself. So that's like building muscle. It helps you find efforts, find things that you can use to curb your volatile and reactive tendencies. And, you know, if you look at these things head on, then it can actually move some old resentments out of your body and of your system. So what you want to do is, as much as you can, avoid or minimize the challenging pieces and maximize the flowing ones. Focus on taking the high road, doing the right thing. What I've found works for me is a lot of times I'll just forget to turn my happy on. You know, I'll just get lost in whatever it is I'm doing. And you can, you know, that is a conscious choice. You can literally choose happiness. And that's going to be happiness, gratitude, joy. Those are the highest vibrations we can hold. And those are what we all need to be holding right now. And we can choose to do that. So you can do things that, you know, put on some happy music, make it a point to play music. I've noticed in myself that sometimes I forget. I just forget to turn it on. And it can change the vibration in the whole house. So just notice those things, run your essential oil diffuser, do all the things that maybe you forget about doing that are going to raise the vibration around you and keep your vibration raised. If you are, if you know CCT, don't forget to do your charts. I'm looking at some of these texts that you all are sending. Yeah, the red sun is rising on a cloudy horizon. That's awesome. So yeah, all kinds of weird things can happen, and you'll notice the scratchiness inside of you, and you can just smile to yourself and go, oh, I know what that is, and I'm just going to whisk it away and choose my happiness. Okay, there's more. So what this means for all of this, all of us practically, this is what we can choose to look at and work on this time. Are you ready to heal some old traumas once and for all? You've got Jupiter, a Jupiter Chiron semi-square that peaks actually today and remains close enough to connect to through the 14th of December. So if there's things that you need to heal, now would be the time. to really, I'm going to mute everybody and ask that all of you keep yourself muted so we don't have the background noise. It says this minor hard aspect can also energize your gifts as a healer or a wisdom giver. Chiron's placement in Aries can give you the fire and enthusiasm to work on this. So fire and enthusiasm for two things. You know, this whole thing, if you're a healer, you can use this whole new moon or full moon cycle to build your business. Your wisdom's going to increase. Your ability to heal is going to increase. People are probably going to be calling you. And with the Taurus full moon, you can set intentions for an increase in income. So this can be a really potent time. Jupiter's Aquarian placement favors breakthroughs and unconventional approaches. So Jupiter is always like the lucky planet and the wild card. So you can really choose to energize some things around this full moon. There's more. If you're ready for magical passion and power, it's yours for the taking, because Mars quintiles Pluto, and it says this fairy dust aspect can inspire you in any Martian expression, including warrior, pioneer, entrepreneur, and sexual being. But this aspect most potently energizes the shared themes of Scorpio and Pluto. This includes shamanism, death and rebirth, transformation, and you can also amplify wealth and power right now. So this can be a really potent time. And I think it's really, really cool that so many of you have decided, yes, I'm going to do a ceremony. I'm going to do it now. So I'm not going to play any music because I want to put this on YouTube. So I'm going to give us some time. I need to actually go grab my journal. But if all of you have your journals ready, I want you to journal with some of these questions as you get ready to set your intention for this full moon. So questions you may want to ask yourself: what am I ready to heal once and for all? Do I need to improve my relationship with money? If so, how? What are my money goals? What do I want to create in 2022? So go ahead and start working on that. Grab my journal so I can see. I'll give you another little minute on that, and you can keep journaling with that as we go over the card pull here in just a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and dive in to the cards I pulled, and they were really interesting. There were several I've never pulled for this group before. This is one of them. So the card I pulled for the Earth Door is ethics. Ethics are defined as moral principles that govern a person's behavior or the conducting of an activity. They have to do with moral principles, fairness, justice, equity, honor, decency, integrity, and trustworthiness. When working with the element of earth, this principle is expanded to include all of creation. So every sentient being, including the planet herself. Drawing this card can indicate that it's time for a journey inward. Are there places where your behavior has been unethical? Or another word for this would be uncongruent. So either your intentions aren't congruent with your behavior is not congruent with your intentions, or who or what you say you are about. You know, do we say that we honor the earth and we want to heal the planet, but we still don't recycle? Things like that. So especially when we're dealing with the areas of healing and money, ethics way come into play. Is there a place where you need to get clear on where you stand on an issue? Are you behaving in an equitable way? Are others treating you ethically? So are you putting up with things that aren't ethical? What does Earth have to tell you about ethics? And is there any place where you need to tidy this up a bit? So I'll give you some time with that one. And then when we move into the water door, put this up so I can see. I pulled the reflecting card. Another wonderful property of water is the ability to reflect. Spending time with water can reflect back to us areas in our life that may need attention. Taking time to reflect on our choices and outcomes can help us navigate and redirect our choices to adjust our outcomes. So, this is really an admonition to spend some time reflecting on your life. Where do you need to make adjustments? And then moving on to air, onto that horizontal masculine axis, I pulled radical revolutionary. Air has the power to shift outcomes at a moment's notice. By a simple shift in direction, it can reform all that we have created in a radical new way. A change of our thoughts can cause us to change our course and revolutionize our outcomes. It all begins with a tiny shift. Where do you need a radical, revolutionary shift? Where do you need to begin to think outside of the box? What needs adjustments so your creations burst forth into the physical realm? So spend a little time with air. That's a potent card to pull. All right, let's move to fire. So in fire, I pulled Aries, the initiator. Fire is the realm of action, and Aries teaches us about initiation and individuation. This energy is high spirited, loves excitement, adventure, play, and competition. And it really likes to go first. It's the first astrological gate of awareness and begins the growing cycle in the spring. It loves to get things started and lead the way. It also teaches us to be a sacred warrior. And we've heard that theme before. Um, that's what all of the shamanic aspects of these configurations are encouraging us to be, to defend our beliefs and protect what we value in life. Attributes it offers us are courage, trust, decisiveness, inspiration, and spontaneity. It is the fire point of the cross at the spring equinox. The sun is in Aries generally from March 21st to April 19th. So where do you need to take initiative and get things started? So this really speaks to what do we want to initiate in 2022? We need to start planning now. Do you need to be more courageous, spontaneous, or decisive? What do you value and how can you defend and protect it? That's another really potent energy to pull in today. And then for spirit, I pulled synchronicity. Synchronicity speaks to the seemingly random chain of events orchestrated by the universe at just the right time in the right place. So spirit's going to have our back this time around. It gives the feeling of being blessed and being in the sweet spot. Excuse me. It's that random phone call that offers you the job you needed or the chance meeting with just the right person, the book at the library that leaps off the shelf. It's right timing, it's grace. It's the blessed reminder that even in the darkest of times, we are never alone in this world. Invite synchronicity into your life and be on the lookout for it. It will appear. So, see if there's anything that spirit has to say to you about synchronicity right now. And I went ahead and pulled us an a prosperity card this time. And I thought this was very timely with all of the healing that we're emphasizing this month. Um, this one is forgiving the past. One of the most profound secrets I've learned from my own money journey is how much emotional debris truly blocks money from flowing to you. And that is so true. If you're harboring emotional baggage, whether it's anger and resentment of another, guilt and shame over your own poor choices, it clogs all the systems. And not only that, it grows and festers, mostly totally under your awareness. There are many simple tools for forgiving the past, and it doesn't have to take a long time. You can develop a routine to do it daily so that it doesn't get backed up. This one this one practice is always my go-to if money gets stuck. Ask yourself right now, who do you need to forgive? You will get an immediate answer. Do whatever practices sing to you to move this out of your system. So when we dance, set the intention to release that. Write a letter of forgiveness and burn it. Dance, do Ho'oponopono. Um, Tapping is another way, EFT, to move that non-forgiveness energy out of your system. So take a moment and jot down if there's anyone that you need to forgive. So go ahead and take another little moment and set some intentions for this moon cycle, this full moon. What kind of things do you want to create? What do you need to let go of in order to manifest? What money blocks are standing in your way? What do you need to heal? Set those intentions. So I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek. I don't do Black Friday sales. I do Gratitude Friday sales, and I'm going to start mine a week early. So it will begin tomorrow. And there's all kinds of discounts on everything I offer: Sacred Rhythms, Body Wisdom Boot Camp, New Earth Priestess, Profitable Priestess, New Earth High Priestess, and a lot more. All the healings, Akashic Record readings, all of that. So watch your inbox because there'll be a big email coming and you can peruse through all of it if you're interested. All right, let's all get up and move. We're going to activate all of these intentions that we've set. So let me get the music going. And everybody get up and just move your body with the intention to activate your intentions. All right, everyone. Thank you for coming. And I will see you next month, if not before. Oh, there's 2 in the chat. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. It was fun, wasn't it? You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, I'm just going to keep letting those pop up and we're going to pop out of here. Maybe. Okay, we're just going to have to stop the share in order to make this happen.